there are times when a preacher's experience illuminates the gospel in such a way that the gospel could not have been illuminated without that personal story. And then, of course, I'm grateful that that person, that preacher, was willing to share her story. If that personal story makes the preacher the protagonist over and above Jesus Christ, that's a problem. Now, some people might like that because of a certain theology. Well, I think that's somewhat problematic, but that's my theology preaching, that I think that all of our preaching should point to what God has done in Jesus Christ and continues to do for us and with us through God's Holy Spirit. So if my ego is on the line and it's about, I need to sort of show something about me so that people start liking me again, that's an internal test we need to be honest about as preachers. That's a problem. But it's a real problem. So I don't think we want to just ignore it. I think if we can find a trusted group of people to reflect on this honestly, I think it's important. I think when personal stories point to Jesus Christ, what it does is it reflects how God works in the lives of real people, including the preacher. People enjoy personal stories because sometimes they maybe think that the preacher is so far off, well-educated, just doesn't connect with the people. And in any kind of oral communication, politicians do this. You've got to connect with the people. And sometimes a personal story does that. Just yesterday I was hearing Obama reflect on his own experience with his mother at the end of her life on health care. They didn't know if her health care was going to cover. Well, all of a sudden, as one who thinks, I don't need so many personal stories, I was really listening. That's right, I forgot that our president is a real person. Same thing with preachers. So every once in a while, here's need a reminder, like, that's right. My pastor has a family. My pastor has loved ones. My pastor has, challenges with property lines. I don't know. I mean, we need to know that person has 2 feet on the ground. And sometimes personal stories do that. The challenge then is to take that connection and point then to Jesus Christ. I mean, we have interesting stories all over the place. So if it's just a matter of keeping people interested, it's no different than any other communication. This is a Christian operation here, so somehow it has to point to Jesus Christ.